Welcome to Will It Build, the series where I take your builds from my YouTube comments and Discord server and put them to the test to see if they are the real deal. If it's solid, then I'll gift you 1,000 silver, and if it's really something special, you'll be featured in a dedicated build video for your submitted build. So comment yours below so we can answer the question, will it build? Welcome to Will It Build episode 15. We've got another Solar Hunter build. Seems to be a big theme this season. This one is submitted by You Must Be Bored, titled Dragon's Breath Go Burr Hunter Edition. For the exotics, we've got Caliban's Hand and Dragon's Breath. Personally, my favorite part of it, catalyst not required. I don't want to do any extra work to put together a build, and yeah, I'm sure the catalyst makes it a little bit better. I don't have the catalyst yet, and I don't really feel like grinding for it right now. I've got other things to do. So even if you're someone who doesn't have the catalyst yet either, don't worry. You can go ahead and use this one right now too. For our energy weapon, they recommend anything with incandescent. Zali's Bane is a good choice due to explosive payload. Bows are also good. I've got that exact explosive payload, Zali's Bane. Unfortunately though, I do not have incandescent, so I'm gonna make my way over to the Enclave to recraft that real quick to get incandescent on that as per their specifications. As far as aspects go, they've got Gunpowder Gamble and Knock 'em Down. So as I'm flying in, we'll go ahead and make those switches. And for fragments, they recommend Singeing, Empyrean, and Torches. And the fourth slot is a flex. They say you can either go Eruption, Wonder, or Char, but they recommend Ashes. We'll go with their recommendation as this is their build. Super is dealer's choice. I'm a big time Blade Barrage enjoyer, especially with Knock 'em Down. So Blade Barrage, in my opinion, that's what we'll go. Gambler's Dodge, Proximity Knife, and Healing Grenade. Got the Healing Grenade already. Got Proximity Knife, which makes sense with Caliban's Hand. As far as my understanding goes, Caliban's Hand, your Proximity Knife scorches targets it damages with its explosions or ignites targets on final blow. After throwing a Proximity Knife, you gain increased melee regeneration until the knife explodes. So you're basically always guaranteed to have your knife either scorching and dealing damage or recharging your knife extremely quickly if it doesn't blow anything up. And the other thing to note here, your knife will scorch enemies, which will allow your class ability recharge faster, which you can use your Gambler's Dodge, your class ability, to dodge and get your knife back, which, you know, really cool. Another thing to note here is that with Ember of Torches, when you deal powered melee damage, so throwing knife damage, you become radiant. And when you defeat targets with your throwing knife, you get that throwing knife refunded if you're radiant, which obviously we always will be with the Ember of Torches. So the idea is if we're killing stuff consistently, we get to spam our throwing knives over and over again, make lots of ignitions with Caliban's Hand, because if we final blow with the proximity knife, it ignites. Prioritize Resil, Recovery, and Discipline. So I've got tier 10 Resilience and tier 10 Discipline already. And then for our mods, let's see here. On the helmet, Harmonic Siphon, Impact Induction. Whoa, Impact Induction is not a helmet mod. Legs, Recuperation, Better Already, and Absolution. I'm gonna say right off the bat, Recuperation and Better Already both together on the same thing. While we already have a Healing Grenade with Ember of Empyrean, a lot of restoration through our kit going. Focusing these on healing seems a little bit overkill. I'm thinking I might prefer to take something else, maybe some, you know, a lot of innervations. You know, we'll go with what they have to start out and change it throughout the run as we go. As far as other notes for the build go, they have a couple of gameplay notes. They said Dragon's Breath gains 2 fuel per ignition and reloads at 5 fuel. So sounds like 3 ignitions is what we'll reload it. Weaken beefier targets with a few weapon shots, then crit with the proximity knife. Gunpowder Gamble ignites each enemy. 1 Gunpowder Gamble explosion above a group of adds refills Dragon's Breath instantly. Pretty cool. So I guess you ignite enough people to instantly refund it. Can also be attached to a wall and left to explode on its own. No shooting needed. Beware of Gunpowder Gamble self-damage and don't panic healing when Gunpowder Gamble is ready, because obviously if you try to throw a healing grenade at your feet, but you throw a Gunpowder Gamble, you know, satchel charge at your feet, you're not really going to get much healing. And extra fun comes in when blowing up Gunpowder Gamble with a knife. Okay, so we'll keep that one in mind. We'll try to get a little Gunpowder Gamble throwing knife action at the same time, see what happens. Okay, so here, I want to get next to an enemy, hit a dodge so we get our throwing knife back. Boom. Let's get that on there. And there's all of our ignitions like we wanted to see. Gunpowder Gamble. Let's get the throwing knife on the Gunpowder Gamble. I didn't see where the Gunpowder Gamble went. But what's cool here is our knife is in the ground here, which means we're going to get significantly increased throwing knife regeneration since it's sitting there unexploded, which means we get our throwing knife back super quickly, which I love. I also want to, let's see here. Let's get another Gunpowder Gamble going. Maybe a little drag. Oh, whoa. Healing Grenade right there. Save our butt. And we have our Gunpowder Gamble ready. Ooh, Gunpowder Gamble is clean. So I'm guessing this shines a lot when it comes to doing boss damage, in the sense that you're just going to get a ton of ignitions through the Ember of Ashes, which increases your scorch stacks. Obviously, you got your throwing knife, so you can initially scorch enemies. And, there's whole other ways. You got Gunpowder Gamble. You got Incandescent as well. This seems like a very Scorch Ignite-centric build so that you can continuously have Dragon's Breath reloaded. That's what I'm guessing is what's going on here. The Caliban's Hand, I'm not exactly sure if that's doing a whole lot for me at the current moment. I'm wondering if this would perform better with a different throwing knife exotic. Maybe Shards of Galanor, if we want to lean in a little bit more to the Blade Barrage, or maybe a Phidias Faith with a weighted throwing knife. Not 100% sure. I'm always good for a good Caliban's Hand situation. I just feel like my throwing knife isn't up frequently enough. That's my one concern so far. Okay, let's try here. Maybe let's get the Dragon's Breath going. I see. Okay, so I'm starting to think the Caliban's Hand is all about getting the Dragon's Breath reloading. Because boom, look, it's back again. We got like 3 shots in like 10 seconds. I'm guessing that's what the purpose is. It's not necessarily for killing enemies on its own. It's just to get the Dragon's Breath reloads procced as much as humanly possible. Okay, a few more shots in this guy. I'll put him down. Gunpowder Gamble just to look cool. I see. I'm starting to... I think I was looking at Caliban's Hand the wrong way for this, and I think I was looking for it to fulfill a purpose that it's not looking to fulfill. I think the sole point of the Caliban's Hand is to make sure that you're continuously getting ignitions so that you can continuously fuel your Dragon's Breath. Sometimes you certainly can use it to ignite targets, ignite squishier enemies, which again, you ignite enough squishier enemies, boom, your Dragon's Breath is getting reloaded as well. So kind of see what's happening here. Okay, let's get a stacking restoration going with our Ember of Empyrean, so we're a lot more durable. Get the GPG going. Bang! Nice, got our throwing knife back right away from that, caused an ignition. Let's try and do it again. Nope, everything's dying too quickly. But that is definitely not the worst problem to have. If the problem you're having in Destiny is that you're killing every single thing way too quickly, yeah, I feel like you're in pretty good shape. Ooh, this is perfect Gunpowder Gamble. Use the knife to get the gunpowder. Oh, okay. Their little tip about using the knife to proc Gunpowder Gamble, that is very satisfying. And we get our knife back right away. So, like I said, I want to make a little bit of a mod change. Like I alluded to before, I'm not really feeling the boots mods that they picked out for us. I just think the healing is a little repetitive. I don't think we're needing the ability reduction that we're getting from these. I think instead, we'll want to go ahead and throw on a Solar Surge and a Solar Scavenger. That way we increase the damage of our Zali's Bane and our Dragon's Breath, and we have a lot more ammo for our Dragon's Breath. Am I applying Scorch to myself with my healing grenade because of the coil modifier that I picked up? All right, hold up. Testing time. Okay, we're gonna run over here. Yeah. I am scorching myself with my healing grenade. Okay, that kind of defeats the purpose of the healing grenade, I'm not gonna lie. If you run the coil and you're using a healing grenade solar build, do not get the one that says it increases your scorch stacks. It's in tier 3, don't buy it. If you didn't know that before watching this video, make sure you like and subscribe. I certainly didn't. I feel like most people wouldn't know that, because why would you know that? That is the weirdest interaction in the entire world. I'm scorched again. I'm gonna die to scorching myself. Oh, you know what? It looks like looks like scorching yourself can't deal the final blow. It just keeps you 1 HP. What video game am I playing? All right, you know what? We're going to go ahead and switch the healing grenade to something else temporarily. Because, you know, as much as I love having the healing grenade, it's not exactly a healing grenade right now, is it? Blade Barrage off. This does a lot of boss damage because you can just spam the Dragon's Breath, spam your Trip Mines, spam your Throwing Knives. You get so many ignitions. And then just generally, the Dragon's Breath damage is pretty good on its own as well. All right, I believe, did we just complete Wave 3? This is going pretty quick, I'm not going to lie. It's a very quick platinum coil run. Let's finish strong here. Ooh, I have a good feeling about the gunpowder gamble right here. Throwing knife. Oh. I guess the throwing knife didn't really... Uh-oh. Oh, no. I heard a lot of explosions. That's good. Ignitions are one of the most satisfying things in all of Destiny. Oh my god, that wyvern got literally one shot. This is the, like, end of coil. This is the fourth passage, fourth lane. That wyvern actually got one shot. Even though we're a little offline in the healing department, the damage is still doing absolutely marvelous. I love gunpowder gamble. So fun. All right, reload this. And Dragon's Wrath, Blade Barrage. And everything else. Gunpowder gamble. Another gunpowder gamble, and we win. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that is another platinum run of the coil with a very fantastic build. Will it build? Of course, obviously. I'm wondering if it might feel a little bit better to use with maybe a different exotic. Maybe instead of the Caliban's Hand, maybe you try something like Phidias Spade. Maybe you try Shards of Galanor or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. But the solar weapon with Incandescent, all of the Scorch and Ignitions fueling into Dragon's Breath, the Fragments and Aspects, the Gunpowder Gamble especially, very much love that. I really like the Healing Grenade loop with Ember of Empyrean, of course, if it actually works, if you don't pick up the bugged mod. Only changes that I would make, at least, are to the boots mods. Definitely want to go with the Solar Surge and the Solar Scavenger, since this is kind of all around Dragon's Breath. You want to make sure you always have Dragon's Breath, so Solar Scavenger really big for that. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and please make sure to put your build in the Will It Build channel in my Discord server, linked in the description, so you can have a chance to be featured in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.